Hello there, my name is Mwalimu Simon Lines and welcome to class. Today's video is about my video setup because I maybe want to help someone who's trying to get into creating content to get an idea of how I've set up my space for shooting and also get an idea of the kind of gear that I use for shooting in my very simple and small setup here at home. So without further ado, karibu sana. So I'm going to start with the gear that I'm using to shoot the video. That is the video, the camera and the sound. So then I'm going to go to the space and the setup and show you the lighting also. So I'm going to start with the camera. The camera that I'm using here is the GoPro Hero 9. And the reason I love using the GoPro for this kind of a setup, number one, it has a very nice looking front facing screen. So I can see the whole shot here from the front facing screen. Number two, it is very light in weight, portable. And number three, it has very long takes, because for the GoPro, as long as I have charge and I have space in the card, I can shoot a take as long as 4, 5, 6 hours unless the GoPro overheats. And that is very beautiful because I don't have to worry about the camera getting to the end of the take in the middle of my content. That is beautiful. So then the other thing I love about using the GoPro, I can replicate this kind of a setup anywhere, because almost everywhere that I go nowadays, since I got the GoPro, I always have the GoPro with me. So as long as I get a place with good lighting and good sound, I can get this kind of a shot from any location. So the camera I use is a GoPro Hero 9. I got this camera 2 years ago. It's a very nice, beautiful action camera, but apart from using it for action, I also use it as my main camera for recording content for myself indoors, and that's why. So all the videos that you can see in the channel from episode 1 up to now are recorded using the GoPro Hero 9, and no editing has been done to the video in post. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. No cropping, no adjustment of white balance or color or anything is done to the video. So I just arrange my video, add a background track, and I'm done with my editing. So the settings I use for this particular video is I'm shooting in 4K and I'm shooting at 24 frames per second, and I'm using the linear lens of the GoPro, because the GoPro I think has 4 lenses, and the difference between these lenses is the field of view and the level of distortion, because of course, you know, we have the super view, which is the widest, and it has the highest amount of distortion. Then after the super view, we go to wide. After the wide, we go to linear. After the linear, we go to narrow. So I'm going to show you guys these particular views with samples when I do a video on the GoPro, but for the purpose of this particular video, I shoot in 4K, I shoot at 24 frames per second, and I use the linear lens. Then for the mic, I use this mic right here. So this is the K35 wireless mic. I think it uses Bluetooth. I got the one that comes with a pair, so I have 2 mics and 1 receiver. The receiver is on the GoPro. So then to adapt the mic, the mic's receiver to the GoPro, because the GoPro Hero 9 does not have a 3.5 millimeter input, which the mic uses. So to adapt the mic to the GoPro, I use a GoPro mic adapter, and that comes at around 10,000 shillings. So in terms of the costing, the cost of the GoPro Hero 9 around right about now is, I think, between 35 and 40. When I was getting mine, the cost was 45,000. So then the cost of the GoPro mic adapter, I got mine at 10,500 shillings. The cost of this particular mic was 2,500 shillings for the pair, and the sound quality of this mic is not per se perfect or very excellent, but it is very nice and doable, because even for the sound in these particular videos, I do not do any sound correction for my tutorials. I just record sound like it is using these mics, and I just cut and export that like the sound is. So like I said, I do not edit my videos in terms of visuals or in terms of sound whenever I'm recording in this kind of a setup. So that is what you can hear right now is the sound quality of this particular mic, and the video that you can see here is the video quality of the GoPro Hero 9. So that is the camera and the sounds. Then apart from that, I'm going to shift my attention now to the other camera, because now from the other camera, let me clip my mic once again, because from the other camera I can be able to show you guys the lighting that I use. So in this particular setup, I use just 2 lights, and one of them is in view, this one right here, but the other one up there is sort of out of view. But the light that I have up there is a bulb like this one. So this is a photographic bulb. I bought this set in 2016. It came with around 15 of these, and so it is a very bright, and it is a daylight bulb, so it gives purely white light. So that is the light I have on this side, and it has a switch here. So I've killed off the light that uses this kind of a bulb. It is on this side. Then on the other side, the light that you can see is Yangluo 300 Air. And this one lights me, and the other one kills the shadow that is going to go behind me. So if I kill this one also, it gets dark. So whatever light you have remaining is coming from the indoor bulb of the room, but not so much of it. So I normally use 2 lights, and like I said, I have a bulb and a Yangluo 300 Air. So the Yangluo 300 Air I use at maximum power. This one right here, and this light has both daylight and tungsten. We have 5500 Kelvin, and we have 3200 Kelvin. So I use both of them at maximum power. Then behind me, to kill the shadow, I use this bulb right here, and so the two of them in combination look like that. So I think in a nutshell that is the setup, because apart from that, the rest is just fittings and furniture. So I have my table here, my computer desk, and on this side I have the CPU. Then that CPU is feeding this particular 3 monitors. This one here is a 23-inch, a 22, and a 22. So then behind there I have a woofer. You know me and music, so I have a woofer in every room of the house. So then beside me over there I have another desk that I use for, sometimes I do have people come for personal retouch classes, and that is where they sit as we learn. I teach them retouch and frequency separation. So in case you have been wondering if you can be in a position to come to the place for a class, yes you can, and that is your desk over there. You're going to have a nice, very beautiful session, and I'm going to teach you a lot about frequency separation because I'm a guru at that. So I think I'm going to end this particular video here. I don't think there's much more for me to report. I've given the price, the price of the camera, the price of the mic, yes, the price of the light. I got this light at around 5,500 shillings, and that was it's pretty old. I think must be 4, 5, or 6 years ago. Man, I wish I would keep my girlfriends like I keep my equipment. Things are just here, 9 years old, 7 years old, but my relationships do not go past 2 weeks. Sorry for another day. So then that bulb over here, over there, if you buy one locally, you can get one at around 1,500 shillings. I see Robbie's Electronics stocks that kind of bulbs. So then on the light stand, these are my very old light stands. This is one of them. I also have the GoPro on a light stand because I have the second camera recording this on the tripod. And but mostly I prefer using the light stand because whenever I'm using the light stand, the tripod is free to go to location work or do something else. So I think that is all I have to share in this particular video, and let me end it on this camera. I was in this video, I was showing you guys around my setup. I was showing you what camera I use, what mic I use, how I've done my lighting setup. And I think if you're trying to get into content creation, one of the things that is going to slow you down and kill your morale is having to set up and set down every time you have to record content. Because even me back then when I used to have to set up and set down every time I was shooting content, I noticed that sometimes by the time I'm done setting up, even the inspiration and the idea that I had and the energy and the cycle is gone. So if it is possible and if you can manage, please make yourself a permanent setup, because the way you see these things set here, apart from maybe when I go with the GoPro on the bike and other places of work, everything else here remains like it is. So whenever I need to shoot a video, I think I have this idea, let me shoot a video about frequency separation. I quickly come here, turn on my computer, I have OBS ready, I turn on my light. So all of these lights are just plug and play. I just have to hit a switch, turn that on, turn the camera on, turn the mics on, and start recording. So, and that enables me to shoot a lot of video, because sometimes I can even shoot as many as 8 videos in one setting. So in case you want to be consistent in creating content, please try and have a permanent plug and play setup. It's going to make your life easy and keep you always motivated. And that is the end of this particular video. See you guys in the next one. The name is Mwalimu, aka Simon Chege. And in case you love what I'm doing, please follow me, subscribe, because I'm going to be doing this for the rest of the year or for the rest of my life. And bye bye.